Good God morning. Hey, what's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? How is everyone? Yes, I am RosaJ, doing it God's way each and every day. And that's the only way. Yeah, that is the only way. Yes. So, I guess I should be uh, I should invite some people on, huh? I think that would be a great way before we pray. Yes, I think so. So let us do just that. It is a holiday for most people, right? Time to sleep in, time to perhaps do whatever we want to do. And it's so apropos to this lesson that we're doing that it is being done on a holiday, right? On a holiday. You know, I love social media. I was somewhere, and you know, people my age tend to be leery. Yesterday at church, I visited the first church I ever committed to. Became a member and worked for 25 years there. I was at my famous. I love the who I became being at that church. And that church that I'm talking about is Imani Temple, the African American Catholic congregation. They were the ones who opened my mind to the I am principle. The principle that I am one with God. And everything God is, I am. Everything I am is God. So I am grateful for them. And the most infamous, famous Archbishop G. Augustus Starlings. Yeah, amazing intellectual. But you know, it doesn't really matter who we are, all those titles, all the education, all of our accomplishments really don't matter. And the reason why I say that is because we all suffer or choose to suffer the same way. We all start at a point in the same level, all of us. We are always forever growing our consciousness, no matter where we are, the president, the pope, all of us go through the same exchange with mind, heart, thought, consciousness, forevermore. Until I guess we leave this planet and go into the next realm. But until that happens, we are constantly on level changing concepts. That's what the Course in Miracles has done for me. A Course in Miracles. So I invite all of you to tune in. Come on in. Start our day with a great day. Say hello. Tell me where you're coming from. Tell me how you got here. Before we start to pray, for you were sent here. It showed up for you because you desire more, right? I remember when I asked, Lord, I desire more. I desire to have more, to be more, to know more, to walk closer to you, to become the Christ consciousness in my family, in my life, in my day. I desire, Lord, that when people see me, they see you. Isn't that amazing? I want Christ consciousness in me before I even open my mouth. I really want to come in and change the experience of everyone I come in contact with just by showing up. That is an amazing desire that I have. You know, if there's difficulty or commotions, or just my presence changes that experience for people in the room or the place where I am. That the love is so profound in me that it just lightens up the room. Yeah, isn't it amazing? The peace in me just overwhelms the peace in everyone else. That's my desire. Not that I am different than anyone, because I am the same as you and you are the same as me. I know that. But I can let my light shine and make things better. That's who I am. I am love. I walk in love. I walk in peace, harmony, you, to be you. And I stand in who I am. God is amazing. Life is amazing. And we have those choices that we do those. Oh, yes. I didn't know that I could invite so many people. I see a lot of my family members here on this. But I think I'm about done. And let's go on. Yeah. Good God morning, Vivian. Hey, Garcia. Hi, Eric. Yes. God is amazing. Life is amazing. Guys, it's a holiday. Walisha B. What's up? Hey, Thomas. I love you guys. Hey, Valerie. Good God morning. You know, you guys make my heart just tickle with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joyce Cigar Runs is in the house. Oh, excuse me. Joy Cigar. I just smile with such love for you. Oh, and there's nothing that will ever change that. I don't care. There is no distance that can come between us, no matter what. That's just it. Remember, we are all connected. So if I have joy, I give it to you. And when I'm troubled, that sometimes steps in too. You know how you can feel people? You ever had that thought that something is going on about a friend? You know, somehow or another, their mind or their heart comes over you. And when that happens to me, I tend to, hey, free burger, what's up? Good morning. Tell me where you're coming from. You know, you ever had those people's name pops up or vision that you see their face when you close your eyes? That's the time to pray. Pray for whatever. You don't even have, because I only speak about me. I do not need to know what's going on. When people come into my spirit, I pray that God delivers them from whatever anxiety, whatever they're going through, that the spirit directs them and protects them. That's what we do. That's what we should do, right? That's what our commission is, to assist each other in healing. Which brings us to today's thought from Marianne Williams. Yes, and she says, we heal the body by remembering that it is not who we really are. We, the spirits, and not the body. we are spirit and not the body. We are internally healed, and we are capable or incapable of any sickness. Yes, yes, that's who we are. And once we believe, no, let's start this. Once we have faith and belief in this process, we are healed. There is no such thing as sickness in the consciousness of God. And that's where we're trying to arrive, right? We're trying to get. Eric Hall says, good morning on this Memorial Day. Bless the Lord at all times is the greatest morning today. Thank you, God loves you. And so do I. I love you, Eric. I love you. Thank you for joining, Freeburger. I love the fact that you are here. So my YouTube channel is getting active. I love that. So it is an amazing place that we are in, being here on earth. For it is our domain, and it's time for us to take it up and do some changes. For I changed me, and the world changes too. Oh, thank you, Vivian. I have been told that my smile is infectious. I want that. You know, it takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. So, you know, I just love that. Yes. Oh, many blessings to you all. So let us begin with prayer, right? Every breath I take, every thought I think, all the words I have are prayer. What are you praying in your mind, in your thoughts, in creator of all things good, and everything is good. We thank you for this day, this breath, the fact that we can connect with you and stay in your world in spite of what our five senses will tell us. We walk with you, Father, and you walk with us. You go before us and you go behind us. You are on the top, the bottom, the left, the right. You order our steps and we say yes. We think and are the good of you. We walk and accept the responsibility for our own actions. We blame no one, for we know that we are our own responsibility. And when we become responsible, everyone else becomes responsible. We walk in joy. We walk in happiness. We pray that those people, those humans who have not yet connected, come readily and just reach out their hand and you grab it. Lead us, Lord. Show us, Father. Allow us to become that perfect peace. For in perfection, we accept the responsibility. In that perfection, we become subjected to you. We surrender our lives, our hearts, our bodies, our minds, our spirits to you. Lead us, Lord. Keep us safe. Keep all our family, our friends, our siblings, our children safe. Let us be the light wherever we go. Let us calm our spirits so that we do not even attempt to defend. Let us give up that debate. Let us walk in you. Walking in you allows us to walk in ourselves. Heal us, Lord, from every ailment we think we have. No matter what the doctors say, we know that you are the ultimate doctor, Father. You are the healer, the provider. You are the lawyer, the the minister you are, all. And that's all there is. And we say, thank you, Father. So as we go into this study, open our minds to have complete understanding. Allow us to go back and review as many times as necessary. Let us call to mind all that we need to become closer to you. Let our hearts overwhelm you, Father. Let you overwhelm us in a peaceful place that makes us want, makes us desire more. For there is more. May we expand to a great old age of wisdom, joy, happiness. Allow us to be the light that clears the room and brings in the joy and peace and harmony. Father God, we ask this in your name, in our name, in the mighty name of God, in the mighty name of Jesus, Jehovah, Father God, in all your light, rain down on us, Father. Assist us, strengthen us. Yes. And we say, amen. Ashe. Of a hotel and namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God is amazing. Yes. I am glad, Thomas, that you enjoy what we're doing and are open to the lessons learned and the lessons taught. I was on YouTube this morning, and I was looking for information about Dr. Schumer, the presenter of A Course in Miracles. She suffered a lot in writing down this, or no, let's say she went through a lot of changes because she was a psychologist in New York and she was very famous. But when she started doing A Course in Miracles and actually learning and changing, lost her profession. Her profession changed. I don't want to say she lost it because there's no such thing as loss. It changed. But she continued for 40 years professing and teaching A Course in Miracles. So I was just doing some research, and the reason why I was doing the research is because on Zoom, I put the link in the description. So I was just doing some research. It's amazing. Sometimes, not sometimes, but all the time, whenever we step up into that role that God has led us to, that passion that we have, whether it's business or ministry or whatever, everything I do is about a ministry. Things change. Things just change. And we have to see that change as a joy. But sometimes in that whole change comes anxiety and craziness, right? We think we're not enough. We don't know enough. We need to study more. We need to go to school more. No. My girlfriend and my very good friend, Janina Ann Ingram, she leads the Love Journey Inc. that God qualifies. And if you look in the Bible, it seems like everybody that God chose to do something great was not a great person in the beginning. You know, they didn't have what society would say had the qualifications of a leader. You know, they were either like Moses stuttered and he was a murderer, you know, the tax collector. You know, every one of his apostles were going through some strife, as society would say in the beginning, most of them. God takes you wherever you are And he does what he does. He makes you white as snow. He cleans up your act, and you become this amazing example of who Spirit of God is. So hold on. Don't worry about it. You know, you don't really need all of those things that society says you need to do God's work. He qualifies. He cleans up. So as we go on today, excuse me, is an amazing lesson. And of course, I tell you all the time, I listen to these lessons before I go to bed, and about 3 times while I'm walking around my house getting ready for this whole process. And I have been studying A Course in Miracles since 19, excuse me, since 19, I don't have any water here. Since 2009. And it was very confusing in the beginning, and sometimes it's still confusing. Sometimes I have to always ask God to open my mind, my life. Hey, Mary Brown, Mom Mary, how are you? Good morning. You know, so I have to always ask him to open my mind so that I may understand. But the bottom line is, and I should say, and the bottom line is that I am willing to do his work. And it's one lesson at a time, one thought at a time. So today I think and speak. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Say it to yourself, because that's all you need to say today. Whenever anything shows up, all you have to do is say, if I defend myself, I am attacked. Really? If I defend myself, I am attacked. Somebody write that in the feed so we can remember that. If I defend myself, I am attacked. See, I don't need to defend myself because I'm not being attacked, no matter what it might look like, no matter what's going on. I cannot be attacked. That's not me. That's not who I am. Oh, Lord, I need some water. But I don't think I have anyone around me. But let's go on. Early on in A Course in Miracles, it talks about attack. I cannot be attacked. There is no such thing as attack on me. Period. Remember, every thought we think is an illusion. We put a name on it. We put a feeling on it. Every thought, thank you, Vivian. She put it in the chat. Every thought we have is an illusion of our mind. It's a made up activity. I am love. Love cannot be attacked. It just can't. You are love. You cannot be attacked. Oh, that's not to say that people may not like what you do, or they might want to try to explain or change. No, I cannot be attacked. And if I defend myself, I am attacked. I remember somewhere in the Bible, it says that God will defend you. God will. Hey, cuz, good morning. Thanks for joining. If I believe that I am attacked, which is an illusion, a lie, an untruth, then I feel the need to defend it. I am so glad that I no longer debate anything. I don't have to. And if I think and look differently about the world, I will see that everyone else is saying pretty much the same thing that I'm saying. How is it so that all of a sudden in my life, I have all these God worshipers, these God people in my life? It's nothing but my consciousness that adores all that is good to me and to you. So let's begin with the lesson, because the lesson is a little long today. So close your eyes, or not, and just listen to it. Because, like I said, I had to listen to it a couple of times before I got it, and I still have to do it. So for today, I will be listening to it. I will be looking at it. I will post it on the I Am RosaJ page on Facebook. Or you can go to, and I didn't put this in the chat, you can actually go to ACIM.org and download the lesson and listen to it yourself. I like to put it on my, that whole link to that page, to the Course in Miracles page is on my phone. So all I have to do is click it and put in the lesson that I desire, and on Zoom. And I did not put the Zoom link in the page or the page, but I did invite some people. It's in events on Facebook. If you desire to come to the class, you can just put yes in the chat and just show up. I'll send you the link, and we could do some work together. I find in my experience that I learn quicker in community. We can have conversations. We enhance each other's lives when we come together in community. It's like having a party for God. Yeah. So anyway, let us go, right? Let's get started. Who would defend himself unless he thought he was attacked? That the attack were real, and that his own defense could save himself. Why would you defend yourself if you didn't think you were being attacked? Attack is unreal. And herein lies the folly of defense. It gives illusions full of reality and then attempts to handle them as real. Remember, everything we pretty much think outside of God's mind is only a made-up idea. It adds illusion to illusion, thus making correction doubly difficult. It is this you do when you attempt to plan the future. Let's say, that's the old saying that says, if you want to see God laugh, make plans. Remember, he says, the plan I have for you. God does not need your help. He just needs your permission. That's another quote from Janine Ann Ingram. God does not need my help. He just needs my permission to surrender to obedience. That's his in Bible too. Little side block here, little tack here. I used to always want to be one of those people who could tell you where to find it in the Bible. Hey, America, how are you? I used to always want to be one of those people. You know, those people, I have them in my life. And sometimes I have to ask them, where do you find that in the Bible? Because I know it's there. Because I have read it many times. And they can just whip it up. Matthew chapter 15, verse, da, da, da. There are people like that. And I have in my life. And I have to ask them, you know, where do you find that in the Bible? And we were having a Facebook live, and someone asked me, where you find that in the Bible? And Spirit will lead you directly. When you ask that question, Spirit will give you the answer, because I don't have all the answers. So don't think that I'm a know-it-all, because I'm not. I'm on this journey with you. We're here together. So if we can assist each other, then put it in the chat. But I know he's my healer, because he's done that for me many times. So let's get back. So it's doubly difficult when you see yourself as being attacked. because it's an illusion. And it is this you do when you attempt to plan the future, activate the past, and organize the present as you wish it to be, as I wish it to be. Right? You want to see God laugh? Make a plan. You operate from the belief you must protect yourself from what is happening because it must contain what threatens you. Ooh, I didn't get that degree. That's a threat. So therefore, I'm not perfect, right? Oh, or I didn't get accepted here, or that job fell through. There's another one coming, a better one. Release it. A sense of threat is the acknowledgement of an inherent weakness. It's not. It's the truth. That's that when you think you're threatened, that's a weakness in yourself. That's the thing that you must ask for strength. A belief that there is danger which has power to call on you to make appropriate defenses. What's my next plan? Breathe. The world is based on this insane belief. Yes, it is. It's an insanity to think that you are weak, that you don't have all you need. We come here fully prepared for the um, for our assignment. Hey, Miss Jolly, how are you, Dana? Thank you for joining. We come here fully prepared. We must breathe and allow ourselves to do what God wants us to do. Just know, if I defend myself, I am attacked. You know, I like those if and then statements. If this is true, then this is what follows. That's called cause and effect. If I believe this, then this is going to happen. If I defend myself, then I am attacked. Both of them are illusions. The world is based on this insane belief, and it and all its structures, all its thoughts and doubts, its penalties, its heavy armament, its legal definitions, its codes, its ethics, its leaders, and its goal are served, but to preserve this sense of threat. Ooh, I could go into a lot of thoughts about that. When did you feel that you were being threatened? When did you feel that whatever was being taught to you or told to you was harmful to you, or that you felt not enough? Think about that. I remember I chose to have my daughter. You know how you put in your head, some things do come true. So at 13, I decided that 26 would be the perfect age for me to have a child. Why? Because I'd be finished school, and by 26, I'd have a career, all of which I did. And however, when I came back home, my uncle was so disturbed because I had a child out of wedlock. He said to me, "Now, who you think gonna want to marry you now? You got a baby? How is that possible?" I just looked at him and said, "I never really thought about marriage." I just knew 26 was a perfect age because by the time she got grown, I'd be still young enough to do something different. My intention was to leave the country and live in Ghana. That was my intention. I haven't done that yet. But it's funny how people will classify you. So don't believe that nonsense. Don't hold on to those ideas that people try to classify you in. It's not possible. God is your planner. He saves us, gives us alternative solutions for a situation that's already there. So let's go on. These are all threats that the world puts on us. Oh, if you don't go to college, you won't get a good career. And here we are now. Jobs aren't just not there, right? We got these massive degrees, some of us, and still not working in the job that we had for our had planned for us. Doing something totally different. For no one walks the world in an armature, but must have terror striking it at his heart. See, these are fear tactics, all of them, and they're all illusions, not true statements. This is somebody else's idea. Clear yourself of that. Defense is frightening. It stems from fear, increasing fear as such as each defense is made. When you start defending yourself, how many times have you done this and your heart starts racing and you get more excited? I know I used to. You know, people used to say, why are you so loud? When I started defending myself, it was like my consciousness would get louder. My voice would get more extreme, you know, and I wasn't really aware of this. For so many years, I wasn't aware of this. Trying to prove that I was right and someone else was wrong. No, it's not true. That is an illusion of fear that I have to be right. No, I don't. I am so grateful that that has been released. Does it show up sometimes? Sometimes it wants to show up, but I got to let people be where they are. I have to stand in my truth. You have to stand in your truth. And in that peace of God, you can do all things. It is not for me to defend myself because I am not being attacked. That's it. That's all. So I can let go of that. But in this fear and in this defense, we think of it offers safety. Yet it speaks of fear made real and terror justified. Is it not strange you do not pause to ask as you elaborate your plans and make your armor thicker and your locks more tight? What you defend and how and against what? So you got to ask yourself, what am I defending? How am I defending it? And why am I defending it? And what is it that I'm defending? This is all about healing. Releasing old, I like this, this is not a curse word, BS. Belief systems that no longer serve us. Yeah. You thought I was going to say something not right, right? A little offbeat. But BS. Belief systems of someone else form our own belief systems, and our life will be a lot different. Let us consider first what you defend. It must be something that is very weak and easily assaulted. It must be something made easy prey, unable to protect itself, and needing your defense. Really. What is it that you have thought that you needed to defend? What about the body? Has such frailty that constant care and watchful, deep concern are needful to protect its little life. What but the body falters and must fail to serve the Son of God as a worthy host? What is it that we think about this body that it needs our help, that we have to defend it? Yet it is not the body that can fear. The body doesn't fear. It's just it's an example of our fear. Nor be the thing of fear. It has no need but those which we assign. We assign those fears to our body, and our body reacts to that. It needs no complicated structures of defense, no health-inducing medicine, no care, and no concern at all. And some of you might say, oh no, really? I need da 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 da. I am a da 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 da. But in reality, we have told our body that. And so our body reacts and produces exactly what's in our. Defend its life or give it gifts to make it beautiful or well, walls to make it safe. And you say your home is open to the thief of time, corruptible and crumbling, so unsafe it must be guarded with your life. Hey, cuz, my family is on this line. It's good to see you. Whew. So we think we have to protect our body. We're not a body. We're a spirit, just being housed in this body. This is just a shell. It is not this picture fearful that you would need to defend your body? Can you be at peace with such a concept of your home? Remember, your body is your home. Where would you live without the body? I laugh at that thought because if I didn't live in this body, I'd be living with God in spirit. But then when I take on this body, I have to know that I control this body. My spirit is here. And that is who I am. That is who you are. It is your mind which gives your body all the functions that you see it in. And set its values far beyond a little pile of dust and water. Reflection to the fact that God molded us of earth, right? But it's us who give that thought, that limitation. It's us who says we're sick. Things manifest by the words and thoughts of our brain. Guard them. Who would make defense of something that he recognizes as this? A little bit of dust, a little bit of water, some soil. God gave us this thing called body, right? The body is in need of no defense. This cannot be too often emphasized. It will be strong and healthy if the mind does not abuse it by assigning it to roles that cannot feel. It cannot feel. To purposes beyond its scope, and to excel in these aims which it cannot accomplish. Hey, Carl, what's up? Thank you for joining. These things just at some point in time overwhelm us because we haven't gotten to the fact that we are spirit and that our spirit is far greater than this shell, this place we call home, this body. And we too can control that. Such attempts, ridiculous yet deeply cherished, are the source for the many mad attacks you make upon it. For it seems to fail your hopes, your needs, your values, and your desire. I like the fact that she says it, or he, because this is the message from Jesus Christ. As Dr. Schumer said when she asked who was downloading these thoughts. We give these values to our body by the words, things that we say, by the heart that we feel, by the things that doctors tell us. And then whether or not we believe it in our heart of hearts, we actually believe it in our heads, and then our body starts manifesting all this stuff. The self that needs protection is not real. The body, valueless and heartily worth the least defense, needs merely to perceive as quite apart from you. It becomes a healthy, serviceable instrument through which the mind can operate until its usefulness is over. That's a good thought, right? So this body is a host for your mind, your spirit, your work. And then when that time is over, the spirit leaves. We call it death, right? But while we're here, we can actually do some things differently that will change our experience in this body. When we surrender and allow the Spirit of God to do its work. When we claim that healing, that peace, that love, it will show up. However it shows up. Whatever we do. But we must do it in love. We have to love this body. We have to value it. It's not protecting it. It's doing the right thing. It's actually doing the things that the body needs or the body desires. Drinking plenty of water, feeding the right foods, and claiming healing, and saying instead of, oh God, my body hurts. Oh God, let me rest it. Let me exercise it. Not because it's an offense, and not because we're doing it in fear. See, the self that needs protection is not real. It's not. The body, valueless and hardly worth the least defense, needs merely to perceive as quiet apart from you. It doesn't really need that. It is a part of you. And it becomes healthy, serviceable, an instrument through which the mind can operate. And we said that. Mind. Until its usefulness is over. Who would want to keep it when its usefulness is done? Lord, when it's time to release this body, let me release this body in peace and move forward. To be absent from the body is to be with the spirit in true form. Defend the body, and you have attacked your mind. For you have seen its faults, the weakness, the limits, and the lack from which you think the body must be saved. Right? You will not see the mind as separate from the body's condition. And you will impose upon the body all the pain that comes from the conception of the mind as limited, fragile, apart from other minds and separate from the source. Acknowledge that pain, acknowledge that failure for the body to be healthy is feeling separate from God, from source. How can you be sick? God's not. We are in the image and likeness of God. I tell myself that all the time. Even when I'm having an attack or feel that I am. This is a very tricky subject, but it's so many of us are going through this for whatever reason. We cannot even contemplate that idea of sickness. So when it comes to you, you have to really dismiss it. If I defend if I defend you put body in there. If I defend my body, then I am under attack. It's all an illusion. It's not a truth. I am healthy, whole, and complete. I have to feel that. I have to know that. A healed mind does not plan. Well, let me go back. So these are thoughts in need of healing, and the body will respond with health when they have been corrected and replaced with truth. I am whole, perfect, and complete. I am whole, perfect, and complete. If I defend my body, I am under attack. If I allow my body to dictate how I feel, I can accept it as a fact, but it's not the truth. All facts are not the truth. We just think they are. The truth is, I am whole, complete. I can never be attacked. Attack is not true. So let's breathe for a minute because I need to say this. Spirit says I need to say this. That does not mean I do not take whatever is directed from the doctors, whatever treatment there is. But I know that in the end, the body will maintain and correct and become whole because I keep saying it. I keep feeling it. I know that I am health. And I also know that when it's time to release this body, it's time. You know, a lot of people go through it. I'm sure you've had people in your family that have decided to leave their body. I've seen it in my uncles who passed. I've seen it in my great aunts when they were just tired. And, you know, just to leave this body because it no longer serves me. And I myself, who have seen it happen, relish in the fact that they served well. But we're not on the fact of death. That's not it. We're on the fact that if I defend my body, or if I defend anything, then I feel that I am attacked. And that's impossible. That's an untruth. You offer it protection of a kind from which it gains no benefit at all, but merely adds to your distress. the stress of your mind. You do not heal, but merely take away from the hope of healing. For you fail to see where hope must lie if it be meaningful. A healed mind does not plan. Shifting gears just a little bit. It carries out the plans that it receives through listening to wisdom. Everything I need is already here. Wisdom, listening. Go quietly into a space and ask Spirit to direct you. Yes, ask Spirit to direct you. See, this wisdom is not its own. It waits until it has been taught what should be done and then proceeds to do it. Surrender, do it. It does not depend upon itself for anything except its adequacy to fulfill the plans assigned to it. Plans assigned by whom? Source, Creator, God, Jehovah, universal God, the God of our understanding. It does not depend upon itself for anything except its adequacy to fulfill the plans assigned to it. It is secure in certainty that obstacles cannot impede its progress to accomplishments of any goal that serves the greater plan established for the good of everyone. A healed mind, it cannot know the outcome which is best, the means by which it is achieved, nor how to recognize the problem that the plan is made to solve. All of that we don't know. We don't know the when, the where, the how, the outcome. So what do? It must misuse the body in its plan until it recognizes this is something. But when it has accepted this as truth, then it is healed and let the body go. Mm. It sounds like we're on a healing path, right? Of everything. Physical stuff, emotional stuff. And when we listen to wisdom, we get there. Enslavement of the body to the plans, to unhealed minds, set up to save itself, must make the body sick. That's a good definition of sickness. Sickness is when you have enslaved the body to plans the unhealed mind sets. Heal your mind and your will travel. Yeah. It is not free to be the means of healing in a plan which far exceeds its own protection, which needs its service for a little while. In this capacity is health assured. For everything the mind employs for this will function flawlessly and with the strength that has been given it and cannot fail. It can't be. So this journey is a journey of letting go of all unbeliefs, all of them. All of them. I can remember looking at babies who thought that if I get that bottle, man, if I get that bottle, or if I get that toy, let's go toy, because bottles they need to eat. but they want that toy. And they just know that that toy is going to make them happy. And you say no. And they act out. Think of that. The things that we do or allow our body to experience, even when we know that it's not from wisdom, allows the body to keep on being unhealthy. In this capacity is health assured. For everything the mind employs for this will function flawlessly. It is perhaps not easy to perceive that self-initiated plans are but defenses, with the purpose of all of them were made to realize. The trash is being done. How apropos that that sound comes in. Trash that stuff that you think is real and replace it with the wisdom of Source, Creator. They are the means by which a frightened mind would undertake its own protection at the cost of truth. This is not difficult to realize in some forms, which though these self-destructive destructions or deceptions take, where the denial of reality is very obvious. Hey, Vivian, thanks for coming back. Hey, Brian, how are you? I see that baby growing. I love her new look. Her glasses. God gave her what she needed, right? This is not difficult to realize in some forms which these self-deceptions take, where the denial of reality is very obvious, yet planning is not often recognized as a defense. We really don't see our plans as a defense. We don't. The mind engages in plans for itself, is occupied in setting up control of functioning future happenings, things that we desire and that we plan for. It does not think that it will be provided for unless it makes its own provisions. How many of us think that we got to do this? God don't need our help. He just needs our permission. No matter what it is, God always gives you a solution for any situation. It's just us to surrender to that solution. Right. I'm glad she's doing great. She is our future. As you heal, she is. As you become brighter, children become brighter. Brighter means shining your light, my brother. God is amazing. The mind engages in plans for itself, is occupied in setting up control of the future happenings. It does not think that it will be provided for. How many times do we think that things ain't gonna happen? They're just not gonna happen. And then we speak that into our experience and they don't. Be careful. Be cautious. Be mindful of your thoughts. No matter what it looks like, success is there. The solution is already there. That was one of the lessons earlier. For every situation, there's already a solution. It overlooks the present, for it rests on the idea the past has taught enough to let the mind direct the future course. That's true. We always go back and say, well, I did this and this is what happened. Come on now. Let's get it more correct. Thank you for coming back, Joy. I love that. The mind that plans is thus refusing to allow for change. We don't want to change. We don't want to do that. I mean, that's who wants to change? I do. I do. I do. I chose that. But most of the time, the mind doesn't want to change. It wants to stick to whatever it's doing, no matter what. Fight our way through. But we don't have to. What it has learned before becomes a basis for its future goals. Its past experiences direct its choices, its choice of what will happen. How many of us live so much in the past that the future can't even work? Its past experiences directs its choice of what will happen. It does not see that here and now is everything it needs to guarantee a future quite unlike the past, without the continuity of any old ideas and sick beliefs. Live in the present. Don't look back. And you'll probably say, but I gotta look back because how would I know what's going on? The past is gone. Those experiences, let them go. Try something new. Right. Edison worked out his plan for many, many years. And every time he called so-called a failure, he didn't do that. He felt that that was just one more experience that didn't work. The solution is already there. Anticipation plays no part at all. For present confidence directs the way. Today, I will live in the confidence that I know the truth. Defenses are the plans you undertake to make against the truth. Their aim is to select what you approve and disregard what you consider incapable with your beliefs of your reality. Yet, their aim is to select what you approve and disregard what you consider incapable with the beliefs of reality. Yet, what remains is meaningless indeed. For it has your reality that is the threat which your defense would attack, obscure, and take apart and crucify. Remember, if I defend, I am attacked. Thought for the day. What could you not accept if you but knew that everything that happens, all events, past, present, and to come, are gently planned by one whose only purpose is your good? Hey, Ken, thank you for joining me. Go back to the replay. This is a long, strong lesson. And I'm going to repeat that. What could you not accept if but you knew that everything that happens, all events, past, present, and to come, are gently planned by one source whose only purpose is your good? Perhaps you have misunderstood his plan, for he would never offer pain to you, but your defense did not let you see his loving blessing shine in every step you ever took. Mm. While you made plans for death, he led you gently to eternal. Remember, this is an awakening of the spirit. This is a moving out of the five senses. This is a choice that is inevitable for your healing and your expansion into the consciousness of God, the mind of Christ, the being of love. Your present trust in him is the defense that promises a future undisturbed, without a trace of sorrow. How do you want to live like that? I do. Without a trace of sorrow, with joy that constantly increases as this life becomes a holy instant, set in time, but needing only immortality. Living in the present nature of God, all is good. Anything else outside of good is an untruth. Nothing is lost, but only that to be revealed. This journey in A Course in Miracles will set us up for freedom and constant joy, happiness, abundance. Let no defenses but your present trust direct the future. This life becomes a meaningful encounter with the truth that only your defenses would conceal. If I defend, I am attacked. Without defenses, you become a light which heaven gratefully acknowledges to be its own. You are a light of heaven. You are so divinely connected to the source. You just must release all the untruths as they show up and keep releasing them until the truth is what you see instantly. You must speak the truth in your mind. You must ask for wisdom, understanding, the word from spirit. It comes. The more you practice, the more you recognize it when it shows up. Hey, Michael, how are you? Thank you for joining. The more you think of it, the more you desire it, the more you ask for more from God, the more you are given. And you no longer have to defend yourself. I remember I used to argue my whole concept of the I am until I let it go and just be the I am. It will lead you on in ways appointed for your happiness according to the ancient plan. It was already set. He says it. I have plans for you. I've been on this journey for a long time. Begin when time was born. When I came to this planet, the instant I took that first breath, it was already set up. I rest in it. Did I recognize it? No, because I took a whole lot of different journeys. And that's all right. But life is as life is right here, right now. Let it go. So all of these plans of your life has already been set aside. God gave us all that we need to do his bidding here on this planet, to trust, faith, and believe that all things are good, that we are healed, whole, and perfect and complete. All of that. It's already set up, and it has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with the Spirit of God within us. So now your followers will join their light with you. Now that phrase kind of threw me off because I really don't want a follower, but that means that someone else in my community we will connect. We are all on this path to love, peace, harmony, abundance, freedom. We come here in community. And in this community, each one of us leads. Each one of us shows their light. At whatever level we do it. There are, as they say in the rooms, there are no big or little I's. Everything is a capital I. You are so important for salvation, for you and everyone else. Let your light shine. Let your truth be told. And it doesn't mean all the time with words or actions, just being. So after this, when all these lights and all these people and all these followers come and we lead our way through this, it will become increased until the world is lightened up with joy. That's our goal. To turn this place called earth into heaven, right here. Right here. And how do we do that? We do that by thinking consciously with God. Releasing all untruths. Not beat ourselves up for things that we think we didn't do, or things that we did. It's all a journey. At some point in time, everybody around you will be enlightened if you are enlightened. If you start being the walking, talking Christ mind consciousness. It's not hard. Gladly will our brothers lay aside their cumbersome defense. People stop arguing with you. Right? You don't have to defend yourself. And eventually, people won't even ask you to defend yourself. Eventually, it'll just manifest. But it's about us healing. It's about me healing me inside of me. So the God in me will shine through whatever's going on. Because this cumbersome defense that people always go through, it avails them nothing. It avails me not a thing. And it could only terrify me in total fear, make me stand still because I'm so busy defending my belief. God does not need my defending. God does not need me telling who should be worshiping here or worshiping there. Remember the thought that I said a couple of weeks ago, it might have been a couple of days ago, what Edgar Casey said when somebody asked him, what's the best religion? And I could just hear him in my head saying, sister, brother, whatever works for you, because we're on a spiritual journey. How we get there is how we get there. but we're on the same road. We're on the same path to that heaven right here on earth. And it can be because we choose it to be. Finish this because I have something to tell you that amazed me this month. A few minutes twice a day, we rest from senseless planning and from every thought that blocks the truth from ever entering our minds. Today, we will receive instead a plan that we may give instead of organize. Listen quietly to wisdom. This you can say, if I defend myself, I am attacked. Can somebody write that in the chat? If I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong. And I will learn what my defenses are. Hey, Eric. If I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong and I will learn what my defenses hide. Remember, every defense, every time we try to defend ourselves, every time we talk about our defenses, it is something that we are fearful of or fearful of. Don't hold yourself hostage. The debate is over. They say in the rooms, the war is all over, and guess what? I lost. So now I'm on God's path. Now I am asking for his direction, his plan for my life. And it is all that it is, nothing but that. If there are plans to make, you will be told of them. You may not be the plans, they may not be the plans you thought you needed, nor indeed the answers to the problems which you thought confronted you, but they are answers from another kind of question, which remains unanswered, yet in need of answering until the answer comes to you at last. How many people always think about this? And you might say, oh, that ain't what I want. That's not the question that I asked. But remember, releasing that allows spirit to do the work. So in all of it, all your defenses have been aimed at not receiving what you will receive today. And in the light and joy of simple trust, you will but wonder why you ever thought that you must defend from release. Having asked nothing, it is hell that makes extravagant demands for sacrifice. You give up nothing in these times. Today, when undefended, you present yourself to your Creator as you really are. He has remembered you. Today you will remember him. For this is, I love this part. This is Easter time. Isn't that amazing that they would talk about Easter time? In your salvation, you will rise again from what was seemingly death and hopelessness. Now is the light of hope reborn in you. Remember, the Course of Miracles gives you happiness, joy, hope, love, peace, harmony, abundance, everlasting. Remember that. That's just what is the light in the plan of God. What little plans or magical beliefs can still have value when you have received your function from the voice of God himself? Yeah. This lesson can actually confuse you. Listen to it for a minute. Listen to it. Go to A Course in Miracles. It's called ACIM. No, ACIM. ACIM.org.
It looks like you haven't set up any HomeKit accessories. You can connect smart devices like lights, locks, and thermostats.
Isn't that strange? How your electronics just want to talk to you sometimes. Right. That's it. So you go to ACIM.org and download it. Put it on your home screen and go to lesson 135 and listen to it over and over as much as you possibly can, as much as you possibly want. Try to shape this day as you believe would benefit you most. See, you gotta listen to spirit because they're gonna do this. Relax. It's gonna happen. So as we go through this, and as you do this, and we still have a lot to do. See, for without defenses, you become a light which heaven gracefully acknowledges to be its own. And it will lead you on in ways appointed for your happiness according to the ancient beliefs, right? We said that. Life is good and all is well. Ooh. So you just remember, God's got your plan. Try not to shape this day today. Try not to be in your plan of moods to do something. Just be something today. Have a good throughout the day as foolish little things appear to rise defenselessness in you and attempt you to engage in a weaving a plan. Remind yourself that it is a special day of learning and acknowledge it with this. This is my Easter time. I would keep it holy. This is my Easter time. Someone type that in the chat if you're still here. I will not defend myself. I will not defend myself. Hey, Brian, welcome. First time. You have to go back. I'm about ready to leave this. I will not defend myself because the Son of God needs no defense against the truth of his reality. So when stuff starts hitting you, when people start spitting up on you, remember this, and I'm going to post it on the RosaJ, I am RosaJ page. This is my Easter time, the time of resurrection. I would keep it holy, being in peace. I will not defend myself because the Son of God needs no defense. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need no defense against the truth of who he really is. Let me repeat that so you close your eyes and feel what I'm saying. Feel what A Course in Miracles is helping us to do. This is my Easter time, and I would keep it holy. I will not defend myself because the Son of God needs no defense against the truth of his reality. You can go back and look at some of the videos on the I Am Affirmation page. That all leads up to this point. We are the truth, the light. We are the ones who shine brightly to change this place called Earth. That is our commission, to return to the place of Eden, the place of joy, happiness, love, peace in everything we do. Release all BS, belief systems that no longer serve this fact, this truth. You know, there are facts and then there's the truth. And we're looking and searching and desiring and opening ourselves to the truth. Yes. Yes. Give me some hearts if you understand. This was a very long lesson. I am normally not on for this long. But come back. Listen to it throughout the course of the day. Go to the I Am Affirmation page and like it. Go to the event section and go to the A Course in Miracles. We will be meeting today with a total introduction of what this course is all about. Join me. The link is on Facebook. We will be doing it on Zoom at least once. Intentionally. I have actually said, don't plan, right? I have actually thought to do A Course in Miracles class on Mondays and have my phone open and my contacts open for any questions. I have actually created a group called A Course in Miracles. It's I Am Affirmations / A Course in Miracles group. It's closed, so we can talk about it, but we're going to talk all about that tonight. So let me pray as we go out that all of that has been said, whether we remember it or not, has already been downloaded into our spirit. It will show up for the answers that we have, answers to the questions that we have. We will sit quietly in the wisdom and consciousness of God to receive his plans for us. Hashem. And so it is. I am RosaJ, doing it God's way each and every day. And that's the only way. My choice. Thank you. I love you. And thank you for joining. Have a good God day. Enjoy. Be blessed. Yes. Life is good and all is well. Good God morning. Hey, what's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? How is everyone? Yes. I am RosaJ. Hi, I got some people on here. How are you? God is good. Thank you for joining. That's the only way. Yeah. Make sure that you please like, share. Yes. And I'll see you tomorrow, 6:30. You come here every day, of course. I guess I should be. So I'm grateful. Life is good. Invite some people on. Enjoy it. We think that was a great way before we pray. Not talking to you. Yes, I think so. So let us do just that.